This example is to show changing a circle equation into standard form so that it's easy to read the center and the radius. As you can see, there are no parentheses, so you can't read what the center or radius is. To change it so that you can, the first step is to move the x terms next to each other. Leave a space for completing the square. Do the same thing with the y terms. Leave a space for completing the square. Any constant number needs to be moved to the other side of the equation. Remember that when you do that, the signs change for that particular number. The next step is to actually complete the square. To do this, take half of the linear term and square that number. Half of 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. Add 1 and put it in that space that you left. At the same time that you add 1 to the left-hand side of the equation, to keep the equation balanced, you also have to add it to the right-hand side. Now do the exact same type of thing to complete the square with the y terms. Half of 6 is 3. 3 squared is 9. Add 9 to both sides of the equation. Now you want to factor the x terms, the perfect square trinomial that's formed by the first 3 terms. To do that, take the square root of the first 3, the square root of the third term, use the sign of the linear term, quantity squared. Now, do the same thing with the y's. The square root of y squared is y. The square root of 9 is 3. The sign that separates the y squared and the 6y is positive, so the sign in the parentheses is positive, and then that's quantity squared as well. On the right-hand side of the equals, add the terms together. The sum is 4. Now you can read the center and the radius. The center of the circle is 1, negative 3. The radius is 2. The square root of 4 is 2. Now you've finished this problem so that you can see what the center and radius is, and now it would be easy to graph.